Chapter 1 Conception, Annunciation. The mortal sincerely and earnestly seeking the path which ultimately leads to immortality must begin his great work by first building a sound foundation. He must first of all have a reasonable and withal a sensible idea of what he seeks to accomplish, a sincere aspiration for absolute, tenable truth, and a wholehearted willingness to accept facts and the law irrespective of preconceived ideas, and likewise a readiness to sacrifice all previous conceptions, substituting gradually or gladly new and constructive ideas and ideals. Unfortunately, an uncountable number of those seeking the path are led astray in the very beginning of their search because of lack of judgment. Usually, when the seeker begins to inquire into the reality of a deeper knowledge than that apparent to all, he is immediately surrounded by many and diverse opinions and influences. He first attempts to follow one concept or philosophy, then another, until finally he finds himself far from the real path. This is mostly his own fault. He alone is guilty. To achieve success, he must learn the first of the laws, which is that of choice and concentration. He must be willing to concentrate on the study and practice of one system of soul development to the exclusion of all others, both in thought and practice. Unless he is willing to do this, he will be certain to founder in darkness, misconception, and discouragement. Many of those starting on the path with a most sincere longing for truth and the greater life, because of dabbling with various systems of thought and inculcations, become either disgusted or discouraged. These often return to their former mode of living, bitter doubters of all philosophy and religion, whereas they might readily have developed themselves into an individuality within the human personality and have found peace of mind and heart, had they been content to follow one teacher, one path, and one form of development. Desire, a restlessness, a longing for the as yet unknown, does not begin to assail the conscious until there is dissatisfaction with the present way of life, and an inner, though possibly as yet an ill-defined idea of possible attainment, a method toward perfection, the possibility of obtaining knowledge. This is Annunciation, the message of something better to be won. The former life, the old religious practices, worn to the last thread by his quote, worm of the dust, end quote, and predestination doctrines now no longer satisfy the hunger and craving of the as yet slumbering but awakening soul. Life up to the present has been of mind and body only. Even the religious practices have been almost purely mental and, at best, emotional. The soul, the inner spiritual cosmic self, has had little or nothing to do with the thoughts, the desire, or the devotions practiced. The soul is as yet, to all intent and purpose, asleep, though manifesting a restlessness which cannot much longer be denied without doing irreparable injury to it. The mind, though active, directive, and of the utmost importance to the body and in awakening the soul, is not in any sense to be considered as the soul. Nor is it spiritual in intent or essence, nor can the intellect be considered as soulful or of possessing a spiritual bias. The mind is merely the forerunner of that which is to come, It is a John the Baptist crying in the wilderness and foreshadows the coming awakening. The mind, once awakened to its spiritual and constructive ability, unless properly directed, guided, and guarded, is certain to either mislead or starve the soul, or bring it unto destruction because of its inherent inability to distinguish the false from the true. The close connection of the mind with the body and all that is material may prevent it from becoming sufficiently militant to be able to arouse the soul into constructive action from its lethargic state of inertia. The mind of intellect, though of first importance to man as a whole and desirable as a personality builder, the thinker and reasoner, and as the inventor of things new, both constructive and destructive, is not the spirituality understanding mind until after it has itself become awakened to a more desirable mode of activity. It is too often self-satisfied, conceited, arrogant, and vainglorious to the degree of its intellectuality. For this reason, it is not open to spiritual impulses or ideals until and unless awakened by suffering of itself and the body it inhabits. To bring about the awakening and advancement of the divine spark, the particle of the cosmic soul latent within almost all men, and bring it to soul consciousness requires the enlightened, carefully directed, and obedient mind, a mind that has found all other things wanting and is now in quest of that which is on the earth, but not of the earth. Lack of education other than as a result of experience, lack of intellectual attainment, or of brilliancy of mind, though these be ever desirable, need not in the least deter anyone from seeking the knowledge of how to awaken and build a soul radiant with light and wise in all things desirable. The sincere, seeking, enthusiastic soul will direct every effort and every force towards the attainment of consciousness individuality, that which has been known as Christhood or cosmic consciousness, despite all obstacles and every opposing material condition. Every force attempting to retard the process of such a soul, but adds zest to the overcoming and mastery of all opposing conditions and circumstances. Not for one moment would we think of being guilty of discouraging education, intellectual development, literary attainment, or mental brilliancy. We merely seek to assure those who at times become discouraged because of such lack that while there is immensely much that is high and lofty within them, such lack of education is not a hindrance to soul development. The mind and intellect are not the whole of life. The soul, though depending upon mind action, is the only reality and the one thing that survives throughout eternity.